This is my little sister Malia. Today, Malia is a vibrant and wild 5-year-old diva. When my parents first adopted Malia, I was a sophomore at Chaska High School and life was crazy. Suddenly, our ordinary family revolved around this adorable, tiny human. Everyone we knew immediately loved her. She quickly became the centerpiece and golden child of our family. Malia has an open domestic adoption, so after a long process of struggling with her biological parents to reach an agreement, our parents were thrilled the adoption went through and couldn't get enough of her quirky, cute personality. She had them hooked. Similarly, she immediately had our grandparents wrapped around her finger, and even my little brothers were protective over her and completely adored her. Unfortunately, our blissful new reality was not reciprocated by our conservative suburban community. With very little diversity or individuality, our community was incredibly confused and downright rude. Though Malia immediately became a member of our family, she was not welcomed in our community the same way. Malia's race and background were different from the norm, and people in our community labeled and questioned her in ways we never could have expected. In our synagogue, a woman asked my mom, "Whose child is that? Where did she come from?" My mom was so caught off guard, she had no idea how to respond. But that was not the only time we heard hurtful things about my little sister. People questioned, why? Given the option, my parents chose to adopt Malia over another child. And just when people started to adjust to the adoption and our new family unit, they began to question Malia. People had a very difficult time understanding that she had an open domestic adoption and that her biological parents were an interracial couple. They would say, "What exactly is her race? How does she have dark skin but white people hair?" Though we always tried to ignore other people's comments, it got harder and harder, and this one was the worst. My mom was so disgusted and sad that people saw her that way and then felt the need to voice such ignorant views. Though we can't change everyone's opinions or educate every suburban community, we have tried our hardest to be activists and inform others in our community about adoption and our amazing Malia. Together, we are committed to kindness, respect, and equality, and are actively fighting for these changes in our community. My parents are raising Malia in a way that teaches her to treat others better than they have treated her, to see past individual differences, and to accept everyone. Malia is educated, has thick skin, and fights to improve this crazy world we live in. She is aware that racial discrimination and hate exist in this world, but not in our family. And most importantly, Malia knows that she's always loved and supported by us. Malia has changed our family for the better, and we cannot imagine our lives without her.